wizard.
Alright, good morning everyone. Welcome back to the channel. Hope you're all going to have a great day today. God bless you all, and all praise be to Jesus Christ. Before we get to the TA, before we start looking hardcore at the TA, which looks like we might have a potential bearish leapfrog starting to happen here on this 10-minute money flow has come out, coming to the downside. VWAP is curving down, and on the 1 hour VWAP shooting down, we got that red dot. In this 30-minute, it was curving to the upside. I was waiting to see what it did on the reset, and it did indeed start shooting down, which backs the move as well. But before we get to this, and it's a nice little 2 to 1, little 2.5 to 1. It's not too shabby. But before we get to this, we have to talk about this. This right here that happens so ever so often, and reminds us about risk management. And if you're new and this happened to you and you was in it, if you was, I know a lot of people got liquidated. A lot of people was talking shit about leverage trading and everything. I mean, the fucking, what are they, exchanges that didn't do right by the people, you know, fuck them for sure. The ones that did, shout out to you. You're a good guy. We appreciate you. But if you did get caught in this and you lost it, and you fucking, you lost a good little chunk, you know what I mean? Like, I'm sorry it happened. It does happen, but it needed to happen to you. If it's the first time, you know, if it's been a while, you know, you got a little cocky, you went away from your risk management, which is, for me, rule number 1. You don't trade with more than what you're willing to lose. Because I've been in one of these, like, we was pumping, I was up like $200, and then she started crashing so hard. Oh man, she came down so quick, I couldn't close it, I couldn't do anything, boop, gone instantly. So, but I shouldn't have been. This was early days trading too, so it was a good lesson for me at the time. But if this did happen to you and it's your first time and you lost, I'm sorry. But it had to happen, and now you can mark this on your calendar and come back to it, and just remember, let it remind you what happened, and don't let it happen again. I'm sorry this happened to you, but let's talk a little bit of risk management. Or personally, for me, I guess everyone's risk management is going to be different. For me, I like 2 to 1 trades with safe stop losses. I should really just stick to my strategy. I wasn't in the market at all because went on a little bit of a losing streak. I think I have it pulled up. That's the low 5, a little bit of a losing streak. I started with, let's see, I cashed out 95, started with 103. I remember I put in 103. I had a nice little trade on like MXY or MYX, whatever it was. But yeah, oh man, I just started going on a losing streak, right? But because of my risk management, even though I went on that losing streak, there it is. That's where I started, and that was on the 9th there. Obviously, well, losing streak again. Took me a little break, but anyway, on the first trade was a loser, and boom, nailed it, got it. And then, you know, took a couple losses, and then right here I made a little bit back. I made like $4 back. You know, I was back up, and then I just started losing. But what I was doing was I put that $42. I took that 42. I took that 42. I put it right away. You know what I mean? Put it in my little spot, with a little spot account. And then it wasn't the 4 or the 8, but this 12. I think I did the 12 and the 8. Boom, put it away. And then I started losing. And I was like, man, fuck that. You know what I mean? I'm not doing any good. I'm just going to lose all this money. And as you can see, I lost a little bit, but it was less than $10. So I knew when to walk away. But because of my risk management, I was able to, my position, if I would have just if all that profit would have been added to my margin, these losses that little losing streak I was on there, that's bigger. Look, that $6 probably like an 8 or 10. You know what I mean? The $10 one, probably $12, $13. So, but because of my risk management, because I'm not willing to trade more than what I want to lose. You know what I mean? I was able to still walk about break even, and use that money to go get some IHOP with the family the next morning. But risk management is super important. Stop losses are there, but the big thing is don't trade with what. Like if I would have lost that 100, boom, right there. But, well, I'm glad it's just that 100 because that's all I was willing to lose in these markets. So remember that if you got $3,000 and you only want to lose 2, you only want to risk 200. That's fucking fine. Don't go crazy. You ain't got to go full port every time. And actually, Flopping Groper and his brother, Crypto Guy on the internet, that's what they was talking about last night on their stream. I wasn't able to catch it live. I was watching it, or really listening to it on the way home this morning. But that's what, you don't ever really want to use. I mean, you got $100. Fuck it, throw that whole 100 in that bait. But if you got a big account, you're trading with tens of thousands of dollars. You know what I mean? You probably don't want to be going full port on that. You want to spread it out. 30-40% here and there, half of it. That way you still got a little cheddar on the side if some shit like this happens. But that's my take. Everyone has their own risk to reward on it, and like I said, if this happened to you, I'm sorry, but it had to happen to you. Either it's your first time it happened to you and you needed this lesson, or it's been a while and you needed a reminder, right? But we're still here. We're still standing. And that's what matters. We haven't given up. We have not given up yet. So right now, looks like we are in the middle or in the beginning of a daily leap. We came up, tried to reclaim the daily as support, but that did not happen. We got rejected right off of it. It has acted as resistance at this point here on the 10-minute. VWAP is curving up. Money flow is coming out. Money flow is shooting down on that 15. This could be the move down to the previous day. Or we could just come down to this double bottom right here on this local time frame, really triple. Looks like 114.4 has been good support just on these smaller time frames. I want the 30-minute. Like I said, that 30-minute was curving up, so I wasn't completely sold on this move down because the money flow did come out. This is my go-to strategy. The money flow either coming in or going out, with the daily going up or going down. If we're losing the daily with the money flow coming out on the 10-minute, I need a bearish 1 hour, 30-minute, depending on how long I want to be on that trade. But we did, I was nervous about that curve to the upside. I was waiting for the reset. We saw it reject. I still don't have anything in it. Tuesday, what's today? Monday. Yeah, because I got work at 6 tonight. Monday. Tomorrow, I get paid. And I want to do a $100 to $1,000, $100 to 1K challenge. Start that off tomorrow. Do a couple lives. I'm off Tuesday and Wednesday. Gonna start trying to go live when I can on those days. Maybe sometime in the mornings. So we got the previous day coming in at 113.2. If we are gonna continue down, that's where I would look for a bounce. I'd look for a bounce back at 113. We do have money flow coming in on the 1 hour. Not looking so good on the 2 hour. Money flow is curving to the downside on the 2 hour. We're starting to flatline on the 1 hour. What time is it? 5:43. So what, like 3 hours, a little less than 3 hours before markets open, and it's Monday. It's the beginning of the week. Money flow has come in on the 4-hour VWAP shooting down. We have a deep anchor wave here. I mean, it's possible we come down and see lower lows as we build momentum here on this 4-hour. And if that is the case, if we are gonna see some lows, you know, Piano Matty B, he says what wicks will get candlestick. And there's a big possibility of this wick being candlestick right here around this Q2 VWAP at 104K, or maybe even the year to date at 100K. I mean, why not? I see Bitcoin holding 100K pretty well. I can see. I mean, we've held it for so long. That monthly red dot. What chart am I on? Not the Coinbase chart. Yeah, because I don't even got my spiral lines. Money flow starting to come down. It's the first red dot, I believe. It hasn't seen red months followed. Red dot, 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 red months followed. But on this month, on this red dot, we have green months. Would you look at that? Hey, stop. Sorry, I still have three of the 8 puppies. We're keeping one, but he's my wife's dog and he's all in the bed right now, spoiled. But I still got these in here because I can't have them out running around at 4 in the morning, 5 in the morning, what time it is. But yeah, that's the first time too. The red dot, and we got green candles to follow it. So just a couple keys levels to the upside. We are underneath a lot of resistance here. First things first, we get back above this macro support that's running right with that 5-day moving average at 117K. Really, I guess first things first is getting back above this daily in this previous month. But if we can claim these as support, we come down, claim them as support, I would see us shooting back up to 117K, and that's gonna be make it or break it. Either we're gonna go back and claim it as support and continue higher, maybe a little recovery there, or we're gonna continue to the downside. We gotta hold the macro support resistance flip. I mean, just came right down to it. Look at that. I should have been on the Coinbase chart the whole time. But we came right back down to that macro support resistance flip. We've held it so far. As if we're not gonna hold the daily, probably gonna come and retest this area. And look at that fucking spider line nailing it once again. But if we're not gonna hold this support resistance flip, I'm looking towards that Q2 VWAP around 105, maybe even the year. Like I said, that year to date VWAP at 100K. But these are just a couple of levels I'm watching. I hope everyone has a great day. God bless you all. I am out.